what's up guys, Klink here and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 4, which is going to be released sometime next year. We don't have any official dates yet. The only real information we have is that the game is going to be released in 2018, so that's not too far away. That is not even like 6 months away until 2018, but I'm going to guess that it's going to be way more than 6 months until we are able to even see any gameplay or just play the game itself, because obviously the game's not going to be released in January. I'm not expecting that at all, because we literally just finished Season 3 back in May, was it? I think it was May. Yeah, the last episode was in May. Episode 5, I think it was. Yeah. So, anyways, this video is going to be what I would love to see in The Walking Dead Season 4, which has been confirmed to be the final season of The Walking Dead games by Telltale, which is honestly kind of sad. I mean, I would have loved to see maybe like a couple more seasons afterwards, but it looks like Telltale are going to be concluding the story of Clementine in the next game, which is going to be released next year. So I've got a few ideas. I've got quite a few ideas I've listed down that I'm going to go into a bit more detail with. So this could either be like a really long video or just a really quick short one, depending on how much I explain it. I mean, I'm pretty obsessed with The Walking Dead, so this might go a bit into like loads of detail. I have no idea how it's going to go, but anyway, the stuff that we already know about Season 4 though, I've already said that it's going to be the last season, and they've also confirmed that we're going to be playing as Clementine in Season 4, so we're going to be returning to her main story, like the main story of Clementine in the apocalypse. She's going to be, I don't know, actually we don't know how old she's going to be. She was 13 in Season 3, and I think, yeah, she was 11 in Season 2, and she was 8 in Season 1. So following the pattern, it looks like she could be maybe 15, 16 years old in Season 4 if they decide to do that big time jump. I don't know if they're deciding on doing that, because the way that they ended off Season 3, oh, by the way, this video is going to have all of The Walking Dead spoilers, so if you haven't seen the game yet, I don't know why you're here in this video, but anyway, where it ended off at the end of Season 3 is where Clem is looking for AJ. She knows where he is. She got told by Lingard where he was, because that's where David said that he was going to be, that he left him with Lingard, and then Lingard sent him to the Macaro Ranch. I think that's where it was anyway. I think that's where it was. I'm gonna have to double check that, but yeah, he's at the Macaro Ranch. That's where Clem is currently heading. That's where we left it off at the end of Season 3. We get a little like teaser for Season 4, and then we get the Clementine story will continue. So that teased Season 4 already, got me really hyped, like seriously hyped, and yeah, Season 4 is going to be all about being as Clem. Like, I'm so excited. I wonder if it's going to be maybe 3 episodes or if it's going to be 5 episodes. I really hope it's going to be 5 episodes, because that's what all of the Walking Dead games have always been, apart from The Walking Dead Michonne. But that was a mini-series, so that's why it was only 3 episodes. But I really hope that there is going to be maybe 5 episodes of The Walking Dead, the final season. That would be so awesome to get 5 episodes playing as Clementine, having maybe a brand new story of what's next in her life, and maybe they'll round it off maybe at the end with a really happy ending, or maybe they'll make it really emotional, because I mean, it's Telltale and it's The Walking Dead. They're obviously going to make it emotional at the end. So yeah, I'm really explaining things a lot. I'm so sorry. Alright, let's move on to the next point. So the whole of Season 4 could possibly be about finding AJ, because there could be some possible outcomes of where AJ could currently be, because thing is, that's like the place where Lingard left AJ. He might not even be there. He might have been already moved somewhere else, and Clem might just be going somewhere to then go find out that he's not there, and then they might tell her like if he's gone, or like, or just where he's gone in general. So the whole season could possibly be about finding AJ again, even though Season 3 was pretty much about Clementine finding AJ anyway. So I'm not sure how Season 4 would maybe go if that was the main story of the game. I mean, they kind of dragged it out a little bit, because we never really saw AJ out of flashbacks in season 3. So it would be really cool to see him maybe actually in the game in season 4. That would be pretty awesome. But yeah, anyway, Clementine could go to the Makara Ranch. She could go and talk to the people there. They could possibly say that he's dead, or maybe that AJ is there but he's really ill, or he's been bit, or he's dying, or something like that. She could find AJ there and he could already be dead, which would be really sad because obviously that's the whole like reason that Clementine was with Javier and stuff, and that why she was finding AJ and stuff, and with the New Frontier and everything. Clementine could possibly come back to the New Frontier and maybe get revenge on Lingard or something. If you decided to keep him alive in season 3, she possibly could come back and get revenge if AJ was dead or something, because he sent AJ there, and yeah, that would be really bad if that was the case. But there is a possibility that AJ is dead, and we have no idea what's going to happen in the season. We don't have any gameplay of this season yet, and that's the real big question, because if we don't have any gameplay, then we really only have theories of what could happen, which is actually quite a lot of theories in my mind. So yeah, also something that I was also thinking about is in season 4, we could also have returning characters from season 1, season 2 and season 3 of all of the Walking Dead games. So the characters that we currently have no idea what have happened to them, Molly, Lily, Krista, Bonnie, Mike, Arbo, and maybe Jesus. These are some characters that have been kind of part of Clementine's story throughout the whole 3 seasons that we've had already. Molly being quite a small role, but she kind of was main role in episode 4. I mean, she was quite a big part of the game, but she was only in 1 episode of season 1, helping us get all the stuff for the boat in Crawford and knowing her way around Crawford, and yeah, just getting something to remember her sister by, because yeah, she obviously died quite early on. I'm not really sure if we find out how soon it had been since she died, but yeah, it would be awesome to see if Molly could possibly return to The Walking Dead season 4. We could probably bump into her, maybe she's even at the Makara Ranch. We could possibly meet loads of characters from Clementine's story at the Makara Ranch to make the game a lot more emotional, in my opinion. Like, that would be so cool to meet all of these characters at the Makara Ranch. I mean, Krista could be there at the Makara Ranch. She could be taking care of AJ, and Clem could meet up with Krista, and that would be so awesome if that was to happen, because they'd be reunited. It would be like just the start of season 2 Clem, as well as like AJ and stuff, because Krista wouldn't know who AJ was. That's the thing, like Krista wouldn't know who AJ was, and Clementine has literally like been a mother to AJ until she got him taken away from the New Frontier. I don't know why they did that, if I'm being honest, in season 3. But yeah, seeing all these new characters will be awesome. Lily, if you guys don't remember, she was in The Walking Dead season 1. I think, yeah, we left her, or just, I think it was either you left her on the side of the road because she shot Carly or Doug, depending on who you killed in episode 1, or if you chose to let her go back onto the van, she will drive away with the van, which is kind of stupid. But either way, she could still possibly be alive in season 4. So that would be awesome to see if Lily could return. I mean, I know I wasn't really a big fan of her character, but it would be so like crazy for Clementine to see her again. Like with Clementine being maybe 13, 14 years old, meeting Lily when the last time they saw each other was when Clem was 8, 9 years old, which would be really crazy. Then you've also got Bonnie, Mike, and Arvo. They were all in season 3. The last point that we saw these guys was episode 5, when they were about to steal the car from Kenny, Jane, and Clementine. They're about to just leave us because they don't want to be with Kenny, and I honestly don't like these characters too much. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I didn't see these guys, because I feel like they hinted towards them being dead. I feel like they didn't, though. I don't really know, because Kenny and Jane said that they were gone, but does that mean that they were dead, or they just left them behind where they were? I have no idea. But Bonnie was part of like the Carver camp sort of thing. She was at Howe's with Carver, and she was with the group, and she was planning on leaving with all the other group, like with Luke and Nick and Pete and all that other group there. She was planning on leaving with them, but then she just chickened out at the last minute, and now she kind of had like a high rank in the sort of Carver camp, but Carver's obviously dead by season 4. So yeah, I really don't know if we're gonna see Bonnie. Mike was also in the Carver camp, but he wasn't part of the group, I don't think, because they'd mentioned that they didn't know him. And then Arvo was the Russian guy who lost most of his people, including his sister in episode 5. So, I mean, he lost a lot, and I don't know if I can forgive him for shooting Clementine in episode 5. I really don't know if I can. Arvo is one of those characters where you feel sorry for him, but then he just does really stupid stuff in the game that just makes you want to not like him, if you get what I mean. But yeah, that would be really interesting to see all of these characters returning. Jesus, obviously, because we saw him right at the end of season 3, how he was going back to the kingdom and stuff to help his people, and he literally had just helped us with Richmond and getting Richmond back into good shape and stuff. So yeah, that would be cool to see all these characters returning. Another thing that I would like to see in The Walking Dead Season 4 would maybe be more Clementine flashbacks. Now, I know we had quite a lot of Clementine flashbacks in Season 3, but we didn't really see too much. I mean, the only flashbacks we got was the time jump between Season 2 and Season 3. We've never seen the flashbacks of Clementine between season 1 and season 2, so that would be really interesting to maybe see like a flashback of her with Krista after Omid had been shot in the first episode of season 2. That would be really awesome to see that 16-month gap maybe in flashbacks, and that would be really cool to see Krista teaching Clementine how to survive, because I know that Clementine's survival is probably depending on what Krista has told her, because the person that Clementine was with the most at this point was probably Krista, if I'm being honest. 16 months is a lot of time to be with just that one person, if I'm being honest, so it would be cool to see some flashbacks for that. And also, we could see some more flashbacks from Clem's story, maybe from the jump between season 2 and 3, maybe even more flashbacks with Kenny, maybe some more flashbacks with Jane, depending on who you chose to go with at the end of season 2, and maybe we could even see Lee again in a flashback if it flashes back to maybe like that 3 months that we didn't see in season 1. That could be a possibility. We could possibly even see Lee again, even without having a flashback. Maybe Clementine could travel back to Savannah and see if Lee is still there, depending on whether you shot him or whether you let him turn into a walker. And if you did let him turn into a walker, that would be pretty emotional to see Lee as a walker if he was still in Savannah, because yeah, that would be pretty bad for Clementine. But there could be a reason that they went back to Savannah. I don't know. Maybe Clem wanted to see her parents again, because I don't think she got the chance to kill her parents as walkers, because she was with Lee trying to escape the Marsh house. So it's totally possible for that to happen. Maybe see Lee again. Maybe we'll finally get that flashback with Sandra from episode 1 of season 1, because if you guys don't know, there was a lot of stuff that they cut out of season 3 of The Walking Dead. There has been loads of files that they just haven't used. Like, they were planning on having a flashback with Sandra before Lee got there, when Sandra was babysitting Clementine, which is really interesting because they had textures and stuff for the flashback. They just never included it in the game. So I'm really interested to see if we're going to actually get that flashback again, or just get that flashback in general in season 4, because this season's supposed to be the big season, the finale, the season where anything can happen, and that's just kind of scary, if I'm being honest, because if this is the last season, they can literally do whatever they want with the game. They can have multiple endings. They can have maybe like 20 or so endings if they want to, if they're going to go that crazy. I don't care if it takes like over a year for them to create this game. I want Telltale to make this game so good and just put all of their hard work into this game. I don't want them to rush it like they did with The New Frontier. I want them to put so much effort and so much work into this finale, because I want this game to be the best game out of the whole Walking Dead series. I'm really hoping that it's going to be the best one out of the whole series. so hopefully we should be getting a really good game next year. Now, the thing with this being the last game, like I said earlier, that means that there is a possibility that Clementine could die. It is a possibility. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't mentioned this before in like the video, but it is a possibility that Clem could be dying for the season finale right at the end of episode 5, because if this is going to be the final season of The Walking Dead by Telltale, they have every right to do anything they want. They can kill AJ, they can kill Clem, they can bring back old characters and kill them off again. Like, it's crazy what they can do with a season, because they don't have that restricted part of them to have the same start to the next season. They can have so many endings to this season because there's not going to be a next one for everyone to be following, and my computer has just gone to sleep for some reason, so I don't know why it's done that. But anyways, I just really hope that Clementine doesn't die. I know a lot of people don't want her to die in season 4, but it is a really big possibility that she is sadly going to be dying at the end of season 4. We have no idea of knowing, and this is just a theories video, so I think that is going to be it for my theories right now. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any other theories I haven't mentioned, if you agree with anything I've said, or if you just want to suggest anything new, or have a little bit of a discussion with everyone in the comments about anything that you would like to see in The Walking Dead Season 4, the final season. Thank you all for watching this video, and I will hopefully see you all again next time. Have a good day. Goodbye.
It's gonna be an amazing experience. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. It's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and so much love has been behind this whole experience. Good luck. I'll be right there with you.